STBX was my best friend and went through so much together. We were together 8 years before we were engaged, and I had a bit of a weird situation with a mutual male friend. Definitely some blurred lines between good friend tension that I realized a bit too late. Absolutely nothing physical ever happened, and when I started getting uncomfortable, the mutual friend confessed feelings started to act in ways I wasn't comfortable with. I immediately told my STBX and I set boundaries. The mutual male friend actually came to our wedding as well. We both decided this at the time, or I guess brushed it off, and we discussed boundaries with friendships moving forward. I never hid anything, deleted messages, never received any inappropriate photos. There were some shared deep conversations, comparable to conversations I'd have with my close female friends. Looking back, I probably did enjoy the attention and probably did like the mutual friend a little bit, but at the time I just completely intended to be a good friend and I enjoyed hanging out as a group. My STBX knew where I was and who I was with all the time. We all chilled as mutual friends together, and my STBX was always my priority for quality time, energy, and our intimacy was great. We were in an awesome place, so I had no reason to step out, nor was this my intention. Intentions do not replace actions, choices. I understand this. Fast forward 5 years, my marriage was sexless. STBX had a lot of resentment and contempt. I had no close friendships because he kept accusing me of cheating, having a threesome orgy whenever I went out with friends. He himself had no close friendships and very much prioritized work. I asked about marriage counseling therapy many times and encouraged him to have hobbies, pursue friendships, and seek happiness. I could tell he was not satisfied with his life. He cited the reasons for divorce as him being autistic and general incompatibilities growing apart. I did not think these were valid reasons, and my gut kept telling me there was more. Then I discovered he had a close friendship with a female coworker that he had hidden from me, and admitted during the divorce process that he was going to start dating her. At this point, he also disclosed that my overstepping friendship boundaries before we were married was the reason for his trust issues, and he could not overcome that. I was devastated and felt the whole marriage was a sham after hearing that I should have done more to prove I was trustworthy. But he didn't raise this as something he was fighting with. Sparkles, would you say that blaming issues, situations like this would constitute a reason for divorce? Would you say that choosing to marry someone means that you step into a new relationship with forgiveness? Sparkles. I carry so much guilt and shame, and feel he has thrown this back at me over the last couple of months. Even saying things like the vows don't matter because you broke them before we were married. To clarify, I cut off the mutual friend, entirely blocked him on everything after that, so the mutual friend has not been part of our lives in any way at all. I did not attempt to keep the friendship going after the boundaries were overstepped. It is no excuse, but we were both really young, 1920s, and friendship boundaries were only discussed after this situation. I will regret this for the rest of my life and perhaps even feel relieved that my STBX is no longer with me, because being with someone you don't trust must be the most awful feeling in the world, and he sat with that for 5 years. I know what I did was shitty behavior and I could not repair the damage, but best believe I will not make the same mistake again or carry that into a new relationship.